Hello everyone. I just want to take a few minutes and go over the syllabus with you real quick and highlight some of the key parts of it. One of the things I do want to bring your attention to is the dates that our course will run. It's from January 9th to March the 5th. This is important because no assignments can be accepted beyond March the 5th because that's the official closing date of our assignment. All right, so please make a note on your calendar to that effect, so we'll make sure that you work in before the end of our term, okay? And this will mostly apply to assignments that are associated towards week 8. For those of you new to online learning here at OPS, each course week begins on Monday, ends on Sunday. So basically what that means is your assignments, unless otherwise indicated in the syllabus, are due by the end of day Sunday. So I'll highlight some of those changes here further down in our syllabus. Here's my contact information, so please feel free to call or email me if you have any questions about anything or any concerns. You can call me or text me at 909-367-8994. Just please make sure if you do, you identify who you are and what class you're in so I'll know where to find you, okay? You can always email me. I check my emails several times during the day, so I should be able to get back to you within the same day that you email me. If you email me late at night, it'll be first thing in the morning. Okay, but again, I'm here to facilitate you and help you in any way I can. So don't hesitate to call or text anytime you have a question, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Our textbook is by Cindy Banks. It's the newest edition, so please get that book as soon as you can. You'll find it useful and helpful as you work on the quizzes and some of our upcoming assignments. All right, so again, grab that book as quickly as you can. The course student outcomes, you can go ahead and take a look at those. Let's quickly go over the assignment overview. We have a series of discussion threads assignments. And so the thing about this discussion threads is try to complete them by the end of day Sunday. In other words, get everything turned in. It sort of defeats the purpose of the discussion thread if you turn in things on Monday or Tuesday after the assignment is due, because nobody's going to be reading what you had to write because they've moved on to the next week. So in this particular case, I've highlighted here that post entered after the deadline will not be graded. But I also understand that we are busy adults. Many of you not only have families and a job, but you're also trying to go to school, and I understand that. So if you think this assignment might be running a little bit late, please send me a note so I know, and then I will go ahead and accept that, but it will be subject to the late penalty, okay? Same with quizzes. Generally, there are a series of quizzes usually at the end of each module week. So again, try to get those done by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. The reason being, it's really difficult to start catching up on quizzes because some of the quizzes might cover 2 or 3 chapters. So try to get those done on time. Again, if you think you might need a little extra time, email me so that I don't zero out your score, and I will give you that extra time to complete the quiz. All right. You'll have a couple of journal assignments throughout the course. These are to be introspective in nature, so as you read the questions or cases associated with the journal, please give it some thought and due attention as you work on these assignments. We have a mini lecture due, which I believe is due in week number 3. And here you'll be asked to prepare a 15-slide PowerPoint presentation on an event in law enforcement that you are aware of that involved an ethical issue. Your topic does not have to be a well-known event. It can be something that you have experienced within your own department, place of employment, or knowledge of from another department or place of employment. The key thing here is that it needs to be an ethical event that occurred in law enforcement, all right? You can certainly describe a known event such as the Rodney King incident or some other significant police incident. So if you aren't familiar with many ethical issues in policing, all you have to do is get a hold of me I can offer you some ideas on how you can research some ethical events that have occurred within the last 10 years. There have been quite a few interesting cases out there. So if you have a problem locating an ethical event in law enforcement, let me know, and I will go ahead and offer you some ideas. All right. So start giving this some thought. Again, this is going to be due in week number 3. So start giving this some idea. And then PowerPoints will be graded for relevance, clarity of expression, spelling and grammar. Late assignments will be accepted. Will be given partial credit based on our late policy, and I'll discuss that here in just a minute. Okay, so that's coming up here in week number 3, so please give it some thought. We have an ethics research paper and ethics research PowerPoint presentation that are due at the end of week number 7. So for our research paper, students are to write a research paper on the importance of continuing ethics training during law enforcement careers. Although this is a research paper, I'm much more interested in your personal opinions, observations, and experiences when it comes to police and ethical behaviors. So there's only going to be 3 references required for this paper. You can reference the Bible if it's applicable to your thoughts. The paper should be no less than 1,500 words, which is basically 5 to 6 pages, and written in APA format. The paper must show evidence of research that goes beyond internet websites and the class textbook. So start thinking about the importance of ongoing ethics training. And what this means is that, ethics is not just important for the police officer on the beat. Ethics is important for the police administrator on down, for all the employees. So understanding the role of ethics in law enforcement, no matter what position you hold, is extremely important. So that's what this paper is about. Then you're supposed to do a research PowerPoint presentation about your research paper. And basically, you're going to be summarizing the points of the research paper. The presentation should be a narration embedded within PowerPoint. So this would be a narrated PowerPoint presentation. There is not a minimum number of slides, but please make sure you carefully address the important issues of your ethic research paper. We also have a final exam for you to take as well. And then there are at least 2 opinion papers that you'll come across. One is due next week. So you can take a look at those. Those are only to be about a page long, so maybe 300 words. So again, it's give it some thought as you prepare these type of assignments. Okay, so let's move on here a little bit further. This tells you the points associated with each of the assignments, and these are altogether 1,000 points. What you'll notice is that if you go into your Blackboard, you'll only have 850 points because the ethics research paper of 150 points will be added as we get closer to the end with the new evaluation system. Okay, so everything is fine. It should have 850 points there right now. For those of you who are familiar with the fact that we moved to task stream, when those assignments are submitted, then those points will kick in. Okay, so that's just highlights how these assignments are to be graded. Okay, so take a look at that. Here's the course schedule, so you can review that. Again, these are when the assignments are due. This is the learning activities for the week. So pay attention to that. As we get, again, down towards week number 8, we'll see that our due dates change. So, for example, our final exam is due in week 8 by day 5, and day 5 is Friday because day 1 is Monday. That's the first day of our time together. Okay, so again, Monday through Sunday. So day 5 is going to be Friday. And I'll remind you that as we get getting closer to the end. You can take a look at the expectations, the regular effective contact. Basically, Lancer mail should be used for all communication and checked on a daily basis. What this means is because of the law, it is imperative if you communicate with me that you do so from your Lancer email address and not some other email address. Because that way I know it's you. Okay, as simple as that. So if you're going to communicate via email, please make sure it's via Lancer mail. All right, and check it frequently. Timely feedback on communication is 24 hours. Feedback may be handled by email, phone, or face-to-face. Timely feedback for assessed work is 72 hours for minor assignments, so give me 3 days to take care of those. And then give me at least 5 days for major assignments, all right? So 5 days for the major assignments, and I think we should be okay. If I have an issue pop up where I need more time to grade your work, I'll send you guys out a note. But usually I have them done within 5 days. Late assignments, remember, late assignments will receive a 10% reduction for each day beyond the due date up to 3 days. Absent arrangements with the instructor, assignments submitted beyond the 3 days will not be accepted. So you need to communicate with me before the end of that 3-day period, all right? And again, late work will not be accepted after the course date ends on March 5th at 11:59 p.m. So make sure you get your work in by then, okay? And I think that's about the highlight that I wanted to go over. So we talked about late assignments, we talked about regular and effective contact. Again, take a look at the syllabus, know when your assignments are due. But for the most part, up through week 8, all your assignments are due by Friday. When we get into week 8, we change. Please make a note that your ethics research paper and ethics research presentation are due at the end of week 7. So please make sure you plan accordingly as you start working on some of your assignments. Outside of that, I think everything else is pretty much pretty straightforward. Again, I left you some instructions. Let me get to it here real quick if I can. I left you some instructions in the announcement section regarding the embedded videos. Okay, so let me get to that real quick. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. So we have embedded videos in week 4 and 6, and sometimes you may notice that the videos are not visible. So this tells you how to correct that so the video becomes visible to you in Blackboard. Okay, so if for whatever reason you have difficulty accessing the videos in week 4 or week 6, go to the announcement sections, take a look at the guidelines I posted here for you, and that will take care of that. All right, and then if you still have any questions or that doesn't work, get a hold of me and we'll see what the issue might be. But follow these instructions and everything should fall into place as needed. Outside of that, please make sure that you introduce yourself, and to do that, go to the bottom of our learning activities to the discussion board. And here are the introductions right here. So go in and introduce yourself. Here's our Q&A, question and answers. You can use this form for posting course-specific questions or answer either to me or some of your classmates. All right. So, but I would encourage each of you to go ahead and make a brief introduction to your classmates and to me, so we all know who each other are. All right. Again, if you have any questions or concerns throughout this term, please don't hesitate to contact me at any time. I don't care if it's a weekend. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Outside of that, have a blessed week, and I'll see you in Blackboard. Thanks.